discussing.
Where'd they go? What happened?
First pitch ground out to second.
What's the batter's name?
Piatnik.
I'll take the play-by-play.
Okay. And just a second.
Is it on?
I'm trying to find.
It's on.
It's on?
Yep.
You know what he did? What he grabbed out?
Ground out to second. Piatnik. First pitch ground out second.
Mitch Piatnik led off the inning with a ground out to the second base for the first out. Cody Lovejoy sees a 1-1 ball 2, moving the count to 2-1. Cody crushes one into left field on a line, but that is caught for the second out of the inning. This will bring up left-handed hitter Joe Mcdowell. Today's contest between the Wolfpac and the Brilliance Sox. First pitch called on the corner, outside corner for a strike. Second pitch also called for a strike. That one caught the inside corner. Joe seeing two fastballs, both for strikes, moving the count to 0-2. And he goes down swinging on look to be a changeup. So that'll bring up the bottom of the first.
Who's pitching?
With no hits, no runs, and no batters left on.
I don't know his whole name. His name's like Foy. It's on the schedule.
Brock got traded to the Sox.
Yeah, just a catch, I think, from today.
I don't know who it is their name.
Let me see. If I go on. Oh, darn it. He already took it off for the day. If I go on Cage, sure. No.
Pitching for the Wolfpac, Julio Medina. At first, we have Slayton Vaughn playing second, Skylar Mercado, Mitch Piatnik playing short, Joe Torre at third. We have Cody Lovejoy in center, Brett Smith in right. Give me 1 second for the left fielder.
Is that Medina pitching?
Yeah.
Yeah, Medina.
Yep. And in left field, Tommy Blood.
I don't know this guy's name.
I know the Wolfpac, but I don't know any of the socks except for the buzzer. And there's nobody there.
Yeah. He's not on the roster yet.
Well, up first for the Brilliance Sox, number 27, working on getting his first and last name as he takes first pitch fouled off for strike one. Once again, in the bottom of the first, score tied at 0. Medina deals. Called for strike two, a fastball. Down in the healthy heart of the plate. Count now 0-2. Medina deals. Fastball. Kind of got away from him for an outside ball one. Time is called by the batter. Count remains 1-2. This one, a fastball inside. Brushing the batter off the plate. Moving the count to even at 2. This one also low and inside. Not as far off the plate. I'll call for a ball. Count is now full. So Medina worked quickly to 2 strikes, but has leaked back to full count. Pitch, same spot, called for ball 4. So leadoff walk here for Brilliance. Brings up infielder Mark Demko.
Yeah. I'm also using this, but he didn't. Their leadoff hitter doesn't have his number.
First pitch, called low, gets by Alvarez. So ball 1 and a pass ball, moving the Brilliance runner to second base. We have no outs. Count now moves to 1-0. Medina deals. This one gets away from him, and Alvarez would be ruled as a wild pitch, this time on a pass ball, for ball 2. A little bit of command issues.
Something's wrong.
No.
Sure.
quite sure what the delay is for. Maybe a rosin bag.
Oh, Rob's got one in his bag.
Yep, that's exactly what it's for. I believe it's an upper 8s degree weather today, so it's plus the heat that comes off the turf. Can be a little uncomfortable at times.
2-0.
Count is now 2-0. As Demko steps back in and play resumes. This a fastball outside for ball 3. So run on third, no outs. For ball 4. So 4 straight balls to Demko. This brings up their 3-spot hitter, Kyle Robinson. So he runs at first and third. Pay attention to Demko because he's got good speed at first base as he takes off to second and slides in safely. No throw made by Alvarez. So second and third, no outs. Count is 1-0.
He already threw it. It's 1-0.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm trying to keep up there.
No worries.
So 1-0 count to Robinson. It's a fastball called low for ball 2. Also a fastball, this time off the plate outside for ball 3. Low again for ball 4.
Robinson.
I believe so. Yep. So we have a bases loaded. 3 straight walks. No outs. Now up number 1, Noel Chanel.
How do you spell that?
Chanel or Noel?
First last name.
It's Cheneneau.
Okay.
First pitch, off speed, inside. Looks like a changeup for ball 1. This call for a strike, a fastball. The inside part of the plate counts now even 1-1. A 1-1 count to Chanel. There's a ground ball that gets past Torrey. Blood will have to make the play and left. The throw, cut off by Torrey. That single by Chanel will score 2
Musser.
Now up, the right-handed hitter, Will Musser. Fastball off the plate outside for ball 1. This is a curveball that backs up on him, gets by Alvarez for a wild pitch, moving the runners to second and third. We still have no outs. It's a 2-0 count now to Musser. A good fastball. Call for a strike. Great life to Medina's fastball, just having some command issues so far. We have a ground ball to Torrey, who's going to make a play for the tag at home, where they get the runner to save the run. So a ground ball by Musser to Torrey with a tag out at home, keeping the score 2-0 and giving the Wolfpac their first out. So now up, the left-handed hitter, Ray Serrano. This is a fastball. Alvarez unsure where it went as it got by him. Leave it. Struck the umpire's foot and kicked into the Brilliance batter's box. Excuse me, the on-deck circle. This gives Chanel the ability to take third with ease and then moves Musser over to second. So 1-0 to Serrano. This time, a swinging strike. He wanted to hold. His bat definitely broke. Moving the count even to 1-1. Medina deals. This time, a fastball with some good downward action, but causes for ball 2 as it was low. Excuse me. Yes, Serrano fouls that one straight back. Counts even at 2-2. Once again, we are in the bottom of the first. 1 out, 2-2 count. Brilliance is up 2-0. Medina deals. Fastball call on the inside part of the plate for strike 3. Medina's first K. And now the second out of the inning. Now up for Brilliance, the left-handed hitter.
Just happened.
As that ball gets by Alvarez for another wild pitch, causing the runners to advance for ball 1. As I was saying, we have a left-handed hitter in the box for the Brilliance. He's number 69, Kyle Buser. So runner at third now, that being Will Musser. As we get a fastball, called for a strike, tying the count at 1-1. This is a fastball swung through by Buser. Count moves to 1-2. So 1-2 count with 2 outs. Runner on third. Pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Time the count. 2-2. This another fastball that gets by and kicks awkwardly off the backstop. This will score Musser. Count moves to full. And Brilliance tallies another run, moving the score to 4-0. Once again, we have 2 outs.
Is it 2-2 or 3-2?
And this fastball is swung through for strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Medina. 4 runs on 1 hit. As we move into the top of the second. For those listening, my name is Max Mcdowell. I'm a starting pitcher for Wolfpac. Manager Joe Torrey had an appearance last night against the Brilliance Sox. Went 4 innings, gave up 1 hit. We took the game. I can't totally recollect the score. Played college ball
Show me down.
back home in Vermont for St. Michael's and
Show me down.
the NE10, which is Division II.
Yeah.
Perfect. I mean, honestly, by now we might be all right. Appreciate it, Mr. Brown. So now I can give you you don't. This doesn't have who's pitching now. Brilliance. They don't have who's. They just have the lineup. I still don't know the name of the starting pitcher.
You know who's pitching for Brilliance? Huh? F-O-E-T-I-K, Fortick.
Wait, do we have a first name?
No.
No. On the mound for Brilliance in his second inning of work is Foytik as he deals first pitch fastball down the healthy heart of the plate for strike 1. In the box for Wolfpac, playing first for them, number 69, Slayton Vaughn. As Foytik deals now a low fastball called for a ball. Count moves to 1-1. So top of the second here, as Foytik deals another low fastball, same spot as before for ball 2. On deck for the Wolfpac, Skylar Mercado. This, nice downward action, or maybe a sinker, excuse me. Nice downward action sinker or possibly a changeup. Which gets Slayton Vaughn to swing over for strike 2. Two count. A good slider by Foytik. Gets Vaughn to swing and miss for the first out of the inning and strike 3. So now up, number 28 for the Wolfpac, Skylar Mercado. A good fastball called for strike one. Pointing, playing a little bit with timing as he put a pause in his delivery, and then goes quickly for the next pitch, as that was called low, also a fastball for ball one. Count moves to 1-1. That, another fastball. Call for a strike. Count now 1-2. Another fastball dealt by Foytik, this time off the plate outside, moving the count to 2-2. Two-two count to Mercado. A slider that he kind of falls off and backs up on him. Full count now. That slider missed up. This time a fastball in the dirt, called for ball four. Threw a great slider to Slayton Vaughn for the kill pitch of strike three. That one to Mercado that he saw just before ball four. Kind of backed up and stayed high. Now stepping in the box, playing third base for the Wolfpac, Torrey. First pitch to Torrey, a fastball with a good run on it. Called for strike one. Nice lively fastball with some movement coming from Foytik. The 0-1 count. Mercado takes off. This ball is fouled off by Torrey. Counts now 0-2. A good jump by Mercado over there at first. But has to retreat due to the foul ball. Once again, we're in the top of the second. This time a fastball. Way high out of the zone for ball one. Counts now 1-2. We have one out. And a runner on first. He picks off. This ball gets by Will Muster at first. As Mercado rounds second and takes an easy third. That ball thrown to pick off Mercado was just a far-reaching, kind of one of those where you got to step around the runner to make the catch as the first baseman. We got a 1-2 count to Torrey. Mercado on third. That's a high and tight fastball for ball two. So the crossed-up pickoff move puts Mercado on third. This is a grounder to short. This will score Mercado. So the RBI for Torre, putting now the score. Wolfpac 1, Brilliance 4. Stepping in the box, the right-handed hitter behind the dish today, Anthony Alvarez. First pitch to Alvarez. Fastball off the plate, outside for ball one. So 1-0 to Alvarez. As this is outside and low for ball two. So 2 outs.
Sorry.
Yeah. This one struck well, but right at the shortstop. Makes a good play. and achieves the third out of the inning. As that is Noel Chanot playing a short stop position. You can also find him in the outfield. As he is a well-valued utility player for the Brilliance. So Medina out for a second inning of work. Medina has a lively arm, just having a little bit of control problems. If you can kind of reel that in, you'll definitely show signs of dominance against these Brilliance hitters. Due up for the Brilliance Sox, number 20, Keaton Slack. Keaton Slack, another two-way player as he pitches and plays infield. It's the bottom of the second. Once again, score is 1 Wolfpac, 4 Brilliance Sox. Last time these teams met was just last night. Game time was 7 o'clock. Whereas the Wolfpac came out victorious. This inning's ready to get underway. Oh, excuse me. Leading off for Brilliant Sox is not Keaton Slack. It is the catcher, number 23, Brock Torre. I was under the impression that it was Slack. This is a fastball, fouled straight back for strike 1. So once again, it is Toller, the right-handed hitter and catcher for Brilliance. This is a fastball called ball, tying the count at 1-1. A good slider. Call for strike 2. Good sharp movement on that off-speed pitch. Toller hitting in the 8th spot for Brilliance. As he sees another slider, call for strike 3 in the same spot. So that gives the Wolfpac their first out of the inning. Now up, the righty, Keaton Slack, who hits in the 9th spot for Brilliance, so he'll bring around the top. As he takes fastball inside, brushing him a little bit off the plate for ball 1. This is a fastball high for ball 2. 2-0 count to Slack. The pitch, swung and missed. Looked like a little bit of a cutter. Just a little too hard to be Medina's slider. A good pitch, counting on 2-1. Another fastball, swung and missed. Tying the count at 2. So a healthy 2-0 and 2-1 hack by Keaton Slack. Both swung through.
Okay.
As that slider backs up and catches Slack in the lower back or maybe even hip. So the hit by pitch puts Slack on first. We have one out here in the bottom of the second. Back to the top of the order for Brilliance. Williams, the right-handed hitter, as this ball gets by Alvarez. This time a pass ball. For ball one. As that was a fastball low and away. Slack now on second as he takes another free base. So 1-0, one out. Score 4-1 in favor of Brilliance, as that is a low fastball. Called for ball two. Williams shows bunt, pulls back, as this ball bounces in front of the plate for ball three. Looks like we will have a pitching change here for the Wolfpac. So Medina will be replaced by Kelsey Whitmore. Whitmore, right-hander, has a decent off-speed curveball. Throws a firm fastball. Shows great command. Seems like she's already ready. So she will face Williams with a 3-0 count. With one out, a runner on second, and a score of 4-1. That is called. That pitch was called for strike one. So count moves to 3-1. She deals. Believes to be a fastball off the plate as Slack takes third. So ball four to Williams.
She did the layer. And she's going to give it to the United States.
It's the Pacific League thing? Okay. So now stepping up, the left-hander, Mark Demko. Whitmore on the mound for the Wolfpac. Has playing time in both the Pacific League. She's played for the Vallejo Admirals and the U.S. women's baseball team. She deals fastball off the plate for ball two. This is a fastball called inside for strike one, 2-1. Whitmore also tallied her first hit here in the Yinzer with a well-struck line drive up the middle. That was last night. That was a curveball called off the plate for ball 3. As I was saying, she occurred her first hit against the Brilliance Sox in last night's matchup. Alvarez pump fakes the throw, and then occurs the throw back to just to go over what happened. The pitch was delivered as it was a first and third play. Alvarez made a pump fake to keep Slack at third, and then decided to then deliver the baseball down to second, where Mcdowell cut it off and made a play to get Slack at third, overthrowing Torrey, and then giving Slack the ability to cross the plate at home and also moving Williams to third. That was ball 4 to Mark Demko. As we still have 1 out, score moves to 5-1. With Williams at third, Demko at first for the Brilliance. Whitmore makes a move over to Demko, who has good wheels on the base path, and will probably be looking to run here. And this ball is lined to center field. Cody Lovejoy keeps the ball in front of him, and that will score another run for the Brilliance Sox, moving the score to 6-1. We have 1 out. Runners at first, second. Tally another hit. So 6. Yeah.
Who hit that?
Oh, excuse me. So that was Robinson Kyle, who swung at first pitch, fastball, and drove a ball into center field. So now up, number 1, playing short today for Brilliance Sox, Noel Chanot, as he swings at a decent breaking ball from Whitmore, moving the count to 0-2. So 0-2 count to Chanot. First and second. As this is slapped to Mercado, who's going to feed it to Mitch, and Mitch turns for the double play. The Wolfpac get out of that one with minimal damage. As the score moves to 6-1. And we move on to the top of the third. for the Wolfpac, playing right field, and former player of the Brilliance, Brett Smith. Foytik deals, fastball, call for a strike. Count is now 0-1. This time, Foytik deals a fastball that gets away from him. High outside for ball one. Count tied at 1 to the right-hander Brett Smith. This a fastball low for ball 2. Count is now 2-1. Two-one count. This chopped over Demko. Chanot will make an effort. The throw does not get there in time. And Brett Smith is safe, who has decent speed up the base path. A rather large bounce that you expect from a turf baseball field, as that ball would have definitely died in some grass or dirt and not maybe have gone over Demko's head. So now we have runners at first. This is a first pitch fastball high to Blood, the left-handed hitter, playing left today for the Wolfpac. So we have no outs. Smith on first as he gets back from the move made by Foytik. So the 1-0 to Blood. We have no outs. As mentioned before, Smith on first as he takes second, slides in safely. So a good jump by Brett Smith, puts him on second base. As Torre goes out and meets with Foytik, probably to discuss sign relay. They runner now for the first time on second base. Foytik deals. This ball is grounded to Chanot by Blood as he is called out at first, giving us the first out of the inning. Blood in the 9 spot will bring up the top of the order for the Wolfpac. Playing short, Mitch Piotnik. Piotnik check swings at a fastball low and away for ball 1. So Smith at third. Same thing. Piotnik check swings at a even further outside fastball. 2-0. Once again, another outside fastball. So 3-0 to Piotnik. A 3-0 hack as he was given the green light. So we have 1 out. Brett Smith at third. The 3-1, a slider. Moving the count to full. Shows some true command, being able to throw an off-speed pitch, for the 3-1. 3-1. Swung over. Another slider. So back-to-back sliders to put Foytik back in the count. And then for the strikeout. as a hitter, that's got to mess with your head a little bit, seeing two sliders
That one cut hard.
when you're on a 3-1 count. It's a great pitching so far by Foytik as he throws a slider to Cody Lovejoy, the right-handed hitter playing center today, for strike one. So Foytik having very good command with that slider. This is a fastball low on the dirt, tying the count at 1-1. So we have 2 outs. Smith on third. The 1-1 to Lovejoy, who sees a fastball. Well spotted by Foytik. Lovejoy, for his 2021 year of baseball, has been with the West Virginia Power and the Florence Yalls, as that ball is grounded to Mark Demko for the 3rd out of the inning. Score remains 6-1 in favor of the home team, the Brilliance Sox. Whitmore will go back out on the bump. You're in the bottom of the 3rd. Leading off for the Brilliance Sox, playing first, Will Musser. First pitch, curveball. Got a little bit away from Whitmore for ball 1. This time a fastball, possibly a changeup with a little bit of downward action. Called low and outside for ball 2. Another fastball, called off the plate for ball 3, as that one seemed to have a little more zip to it. So I believe that second pitch was a changeup. This one is also low and outside. 4 straight balls to Musser. Who hits in the 5 hole. We now have Serrano, the lefty, who sees first pitch for a strike. That was a fastball down the decent part of the plate. Musser at first. Serrano slices this one into what's going to drop in left as Blood tracks it down.
Is that spelled as a C or an S?
Serrano,
Mm-hmm.
S. That will move runners to second and third. So the double for Ray Serrano. As that ball was sneakily gapped right next to that 375 sign off to the scoreboard. Now up, Buser, another lefty, as he sees first pitch fastball high for ball one. This time, a fastball with a good amount of arm side run. Called for a strike. Count moves to 1-1. Great movement on that fastball from Whitmore. And this time, another fastball called high for ball two. 2-1 now to Buser. As he follows this one straight back, a good fastball to Kyle Buser. 2-2 count now. As we have Will Musser at third, who led off the inning. Ray Serrano, who just stroked a nice double to that left center gap. We have no outs in the inning. As this ball is hit, foul ball out of play. For a second, it looked like it was going to stay in. Count remains at 2-2. Is that a fastball that misses? Actually, correction, that fastball caught the inside part of the plate for strike three. So that's first. Excuse me. That was the first out of the inning. Runners remain at second and third. We now have Brock Torre, the righty, who sees first pitch curveball off the plate outside for ball one. Second pitch to Torre. Another fastball off the plate. Ball two. Two over to Torre as he's drilled, and hopefully not the knee, but definitely caught his left leg. Hopefully he's all right. Just chatting with a fellow teammate, Alvarez. Seems to be all right as he heads off to first base. So now base is loaded after that hit by pitch. So now we have Keaton Slack, another righty, who have the opportunity to hit with the bases loaded and one out as he sees first pitch high fastball from Whitmore for 1-0. That was a fastball swung through by Slack for 1-1. Pretty much anything but a double play here scores a run That is looked to be a sharp slider off the plate outside. 2-1. And this ball is lined up the middle as Lovejoy fields, but bobbles as this will score both Musser and Serrano, tallying now 8 for Brilliance of a score to 1-8. We still have 1 out in the inning as Slack achieves 2 RBIs on that single up the middle. Whitmore almost put a glove on it. So 1 out as the leadoff hitter, Williams, sees first pitch curveball for strike 1. So 0-1, 1 out. Torre at second, Slack at first. Second pitch called strike on the outside corner. So quickly 0-2. A little bit of movement going on in the Wolfpac bullpen. This time a curveball high for ball 1. Whitmore still way ahead. A well-spotted curveball swung through by Williams to achieve the second out of the inning. That curveball from Whitmore plays very well off her fastball. This will bring up the 2-spot hitter, Mark Demko. Another curveball from Whitmore.
Who hit that single up the middle?
Keaton Slack.
Thank you.
So the 0-1 to Demko, 2 outs, as he swings at this back-to-back curveballs, and now we'll record the third out of the inning. So we move into the 4th inning. Score is 8-1. Brilliance tallies 2 runs in that bottom of the 3rd. Both came from a bases-loaded single from Keaton Slack. And Foytek is now out there for his 4th inning of work. Foytek doing a great job of getting ahead early, throwing his off speed for strikes, and just about any count, as we've seen a 3-1 slider and a full count slider in the same at bat against Mitch Piotnik, which resulted in a strikeout. Leading off the inning for the Wolfpac, the left-handed hitter, Joe Impeduglia. First pitch, fastball, outside corner, call for a strike. Forte deals. This time, fastball in the dirt. That pops up for ball 1. 1-1 count to Impedulia. Forte deals. This is struck pretty decently off of Will Muster's glove, which then ricochets past Serrano. We're definitely coining this a hit for Impedulia, as that ball was blasted down the first base side. Muster able to put a glove on it off his backhand, but it looked like that ball just wasn't going to accept being caught as it ricocheted and made its way into right field. Now up, the right-handed hitter, Slayton Vaughn, who sees first pitch fastball. So far, Forte starting both batters off ahead with an 0-1 count. So the 0-1 to Slayton Vaughn. A move's made over to Impedulia. Shows safe. But this will definitely keep him shading closer to the bag as he goes out again. Count remains 0-1. The pitch, a slider. Swung over by Vaughn. So the 0-2 to Slayton Vaughn. Impedulia at first led off the inning. Forte deals. Another slider. This time, Vaughn very much ahead, fouls this ball into the dugout screen. Count remains 0-2. Forte makes a move over at Impedulia, and he is now ruled out. As the first attempt, Impedulia got in there safe. This time, picked off by Forte with a very decent move over there. Tag slapped on by Musser. This pitch to Vaughn, a curveball that stays up. Comes to 1-2. Forte deals. This time a fastball popped up to what looks like shallow. Actually, it's going to stay in the infield. Race around under to make the catch.
Blew it down.
Oh yeah, as you can maybe see, it's a good amount of wind coming from right to left, which kept that ball close to the infield as Ray Serrano camps under and makes the catch. 2 outs now to Scott Mercado, the right-handed hitter, as he sees first pitch fastball low for ball 1. The 1-0 to Mercado looked to be a slider with not as much sweeping movement as the others, but that speed off the fastball and just a little bit of movement will work. So 1-1 with 2 outs, no one on, as that is an inside fastball. Mercado making contact with that one definitely would have shattered his lumbar, as that was very in on the hands. But he swings through it, 1-2. There's a hitch in that delivery to mess with timing, as that is a fastball up for ball 2. 2-2. This is struck well into the gap. It'll make its way all the way to the fence. Sky Mercado rounding second, but will hold up with an easy stand-up double as that ball was struck very well. I believe it was a fastball, a little low and inside. He got his hands around it, made contact out in front. Great swing by Mercado. Mercado last night had a ball hit in about the same direction, but about 40 feet higher and 50 feet farther as that ball exited the ballpark around the 375 mark. So now up, the third baseman for the Wolfpac, Joe Torre. This one fouled off a fastball on the first base side. So Mercado seeing the ball well is on second with a double. We still have 2 outs. Score of 8-1 in favor of the Brilliance. Wojtek just makes a move, that inside move to keep him close. The 0-1 to Torrey. Is a fastball low in the dirt. A good pick by Torre behind the plate there. Keep the ball in front of him and keep Mercado at second. Same spot there with the fastball, moving the count to 2-1. It's back-to-back low and out fastballs after going ahead 0-1 to Joe Torre. As that pitch was called for a strike outside corner as it caught coming its way down from Forte. This evens the count at 2. Once again, we have 2 outs and a runner on second. A good slider off the plate. I had great movement on it from Wojtek. That's now putting the count at 3-2. That is ball 4 to Torrey. Putting now runners at first and second. That would be Mercado and Torrey. As catcher for the Wolfpac, Anthony Alvarez, the right-handed hitter, steps up. The 0-0 to Alvarez is grounded to Chano, where he will make a throw to Demko, who cannot squeeze the ball in his glove as it pops out, moving everyone over a base, all runners safe, and extending and passing the bat to Brett Smith. So the right idea by Chano, kind of go where the ball takes him, and just an unfortunate event where he kind of cuffed Demko with his throw, and the ball popped out. First pitch fastball called inside for a strike. By inside, I just mean the inside part of the plate, not inside off the plate. So the 0-1, this time a slider that backs up on Wojtek, even the count at 1-1. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Big chance here to put up a couple as the Wolfpac is down by 7. As this ball is grounded right to Wojtek, but not much on it. As this ball is pulled off Will Musser, but then he reconnects with the bag, achieving the third out. That ball seemed to punch up a bunch of sand when it hit the ground and it almost died on its way to Foytik. But good play by Foytik as he makes the third out for Brilliance, keeping the score at 8-1. Whitmore going out there for her second and if she completes this inning, would be her second and the third. But right so far, she's done an inning and a third of work. We are in the bottom of the fourth. Once again, the score is 8-1 in favor of Brilliance. They have racked up 4 hits with 8 runs.
Are you a game changer? Do you know who is?
Stepping up to hit and leading off the inning for Brilliance, the right-handed hitter, Kyle Robinson, as he will see first pitch fastball, turn on it to Torrey, who will make the play for the first out of the inning. So first pitch from Whitmore results in 1 out as it is grounded out to Torrey. Makes a good play on the 1 hopper. Now coming up to hit, Noel Chanel. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Whitmore. As first pitch fastball is called for a strike. When we count to 0-1. This time a curveball, chopped in foul territory. Quickly now 0-2. So good work so far by Whitmore, getting ahead early. The 0-2 pitch. A fastball hit to Mitch Piotnik, who's going to turn and make the play for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down. Both infield ground balls to the left side. One fielded by Torrey and one by the shortstop, Piotnik. So now up, another right-hander, Will Musser. Will Musser will see first pitch strike from Whitmore. The pitch, a curveball, hit through Whitmore. It makes its way to the center fielder, Cody Lovejoy. So that would be a first base runner this inning for Brilliance on the single by Musser. A well-struck ground ball up the middle. This will bring up Ray Serrano, who I believe doubled in his last plate appearance. He will see first pitch change up low for ball one. The pitch, a fastball swung through or fouled off into the glove of Alvarez as the umpire gives the universal sign. 1-1 to Ray Serrano. The pitch, a curveball. Beautifully played by Whitmore. We're going to count to 1-2. Good hold by Whitmore. Deals. This ball is grounded to Skylar Mercado. Best inning so far by any Wolfpac pitcher in terms of efficiency. So that will conclude the fourth inning as we move on to the top of the fifth. Score remains 8-1. Brilliance tallies another hit, giving themselves 5 hits as a team. So an 8-1 ball game in favor of Brilliance. The Wolfpac, no better time like the present to string together some hits and put up a crooked number, as they have 1 run on 2 hits heading into the 5th inning. Leading off the inning for the Wolfpac, hitting in the 9th spot, playing left field, the left-handed hitter, number 53. I believe his first name is Tommy Blood. I was like 99% sure, but didn't want to get it wrong.
That's right.
So you'll see first pitch fastball. For strike 1. Pitch. This is popped up rather deeply into left field. On the warning track is Buser, and he will make the catch, tracking onto the wall. That ball just a little bit of slice, but in that wind tunnel, you never know, as the flags out there are really blowing. So you get that ball up there and just don't know what could happen. So 1 out. Top of the order now, hitting Mitch Piotnik as he races down the first base, but is called out. But a close play for a ground ball to second. Probably the closest you'll see. He has probably the best speed here in Yinzer baseball. Just kind of glides out there. Former Reds affiliate, Piotnik. First pitch to Lovejoy, who's playing center today for the Wolfpac. Call for a strike fastball. This time a slider grabs the inside part of the plate for strike 2. Foytik deals slider low, a great pitch when you're ahead, as you don't want to give the hitter anything too juicy to swing at. Trying to get him to chase a little bit there. Well, Lovejoy, a veteran at the plate, holds off. As this pitch is struck to shallow center field, a lot of air under that ball. Center fielder Cam Sunbury makes the catch. So 3 up, 3 down for the Wolfpac, sending the Brilliance up to hit here in the bottom of the 5th. Score remains 1-8. As the Brilliance scored 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and haven't put up a number since. Whereas the Wolfpac were shut out in the first inning, tallied their one and only run in the second, and have been shut out for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Whitmore going out again. For what will look like to be her 3rd inning of work, 3 1/3, if completed. No other changes have been made on either side so far.
Smart.
Leading out for Brilliance, Kyle Buser made a decent catch out on the left on the warning track. Did a good job of finding the fence and reeling in the baseball. First pitch, a fastball. Check swung, but fouled off. As he pulled up, held the bat there, and that ball just made contact on the inside part, right around the handle, really. So the lefty, Buser, behind the count now, 0-1. A curveball from Whitmore backs up on her, 1-1 now. So 1-1 count to Buser. He holds off. Looked to be a changeup. Maybe another curveball that just fell out. 2-1 now. The pitch, a fastball. Hit high into center field. Lovejoy rounds it. Cam Sunder makes the catch. The first out of the inning. Now up, the right-hand hitter and catching for Brilliance, Torre. First pitch curveball. Called for a ball, high and tight. Moves the count to 1-0. This time a fastball. Outside corner. Foul to the third base side. early pitcher's work today was extra early after last night's night game. Is what it felt like. So I'm having trouble speaking. As that is fouled again, 1-2 is the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Torre. We have 1 out, no one on, and this 8-1 contest in favor of Brilliance. This pitch, a changeup, low and away, moving the count to, I believe, 2-2.
Yeah.
This time a slider. Put the count at full. Good movement on that pitch. Just started outside and continued its way even further outside. It's a pitch, a fastball. Foul once again. Over that third base side. Torre doing a good job of seeing pitches as he's fouled 3 and seen 5 others. So an 8-pitch at bat so far. Whitmore deals a fastball, struck decently well to Blood, practically right at him though. For out number 2, but a good barrel by Torre. Just that's baseball sometimes. You hit the ball right at people well, and then you hit something loopy and it drops. What can you do? Now up. Keaton slack. We'll see a curveball. Here's something loopy, but Mitch Piatek will track it down for the 3rd out.
That wind isn't letting anything go in.
Yeah. As that ball has definitely been fighting wind as it makes its way. As you can see, we've had some warning track power today. Game 1 of Gunzer Baseball here on August 23rd at Wild Things Park. I believe, I want to say 5 home runs occurred. I don't believe it was anywhere close to as windy as it is now. 1 off the scoreboard, I witnessed, and then 1 over the scoreboard. One struck by Tyler Reese, who was just released by the Washington Wild Things. And the other was hit by Darren Love, outfielder for the Killer Bees. Reese, an infielder for the Killer Bees, as they took game 1 against the Road Warriors. So headed into the 6th inning here. Looks like we have a hitting change. Hitting for Mbeduglia. And maybe a 1-for-1 swap as now the new DH. As first pitch is called strike to the left-handed hitter. Bear with me on names.
And so,
Wearing number 45 for the Wolfpac.
2-1.
As that pitch moves the count to 1-1.
Nice.
Fastball low.
I missed a pitch. I think that's 3-1.
Called for ball 3. Excuse me. Sorry, trying to pull up a roster name. May have missed a pitch there. As this is swung on, chopped slightly to the pitcher. Wojtek, who makes a barehanded play, showing that he too is an athlete. For out number 1. Let me give us who was just up to hit. Number 45 for the Wolfpac.
Is that Almonte?
Almonte. Not quite sure. This pitch is first pitch, fastball hit by Slayton Vaughn right at Noel Chanot for out number 2. First pitch fastball to Skylar Mercado. Call for a strike. 0-1 now. We have 2 outs. No one on. And I believe that number 45,
Got him.
last name Almonte. I cannot locate his name on the roster.
Was that McCarter or Salcedo hit?
Skylar Mercado takes fastball off the elbow guard. So that hit by the pitch will put him on first. 2 outs. Mercado now on first. And right-handed hitter Joe Torre steps in to face Wojtek. As he sees first pitch fastball. Mercado takes off. No slide in that second, but is ruled safe. Strike 1 to Torrey, because that was a fastball. Called down the healthy heart of the plate. Fastball again, outside corner. Well painted by Fortick. For strike 2. So 0-2 count to Torrey. 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. Mercado at second base. Pitch. Flared. It's going to stay in with that wind. Right to Ray Serrano, who doesn't have to move, just camped under it. And that'll send us into the bottom of the 6th. This is a 7-inning contest, as we have one more game following this one. 3 on the day for Yinzer Baseball here at Wild Things Park in Washington, PA. Whitmer out there again. Has no other changes than a DH swap. Almonte. First name Wadey.
Why?
Whitey. Yeah, that makes more sense.
He's a two-way player.
Yep. Almonte had three innings of work last night. Held on to the shutout. And what I think was a 18-0 victory, Wolfpac over Brilliance.
Whitmore's first game, she got the win as a pitcher and scored the winning run.
Yeah, that's right. We were just discussing Whitmore's first appearance in Yinzer baseball. She accounted the win on the mound and the winning RBI. First pitch to Williams, top of the order hitter for Brilliance, is fastball called off the plate outside for ball 1. This is drilled to Blood, who's going to make a jumping. Oh, that's going to get by him in left field. For a moment there, it looks like his leap put him in position to make the catch, but that ball got by him. Tough to see from here. Maybe over his glove. Good attempt by Blood in left field. Leadoff double for Brilliance at the hands of Williams. Good piece of hitting there as the lefty pulls one over the left fielder. So no outs. Mark Demko up. A sneaky bunter with good speed, as I learned first-handed yesterday. He put a bunt on a string, and I had no shot. First pitch call for a strike. It's not a curveball. Good movement on it, but just stays high. Called for a ball. 1-1 now. This ball hit off of Demko's shin, ankle, foot. None of the above feel good. She's going to walk it off. Was the count to 1-2 on that foul ball. Happens more often than you think. One of those. So the 1-2. No outs, runner in scoring position. Piontek busts over. Spinning move by Whitmore. Almost silent out there in the turf. There's no crunch under your feet like there is in dirt. So 1-2 to Demko. Fastball called high. Evening the count at 2-2. Williams at second after his leadoff double. He's the top of the order hitter for Brilliance. As this ball is popped to dead center field. It's going to hold at second. So first out in the inning, as Mark Demko pops out to Cody Lovejoy. And a 2-2 count.
50 feet from where it was hit.
That ball definitely started out what I said was dead center, and then that wind took it about 15 yards to our left. Cody Lovejoy's right. As first pitch fastball called for a ball. Now hitting for Brilliance. Another fastball called outside for a ball. Now hitting for Brilliance, the righty Robinson. First name Kyle, excuse me. And it looks like Williams is going to take off. This ball gets by Torrey, who looks like he was. We're just going to leave that at that. We got a runner on third. 2 balls, no strikes. Is that his ball 3? Oh, excuse me, ball 4. I apologize. Digging for a name. I definitely missed a pitch in that sequence. All balls, though. So 4 straight balls to Robinson. We'll put up Noel Chanel with 1 out. First and third, we have Williams and Robinson on the base path. The pitch, a curveball, placed very well for strike 1. First pitch curveball. A good pitch by Whitmore. That's now a fastball. As an aggressive, Chanel fouls it off to the third base side. You may think that's a chopper if you can hear it, but that's just a truck going by. The pitch. Swung and missed. So 3 straight strikes from Whitmore will retire Noel Chanel. A good breaking ball from Whitmore. This will bring up right-handed hitter and first baseman for Brilliance. That is a first pitch, low and away. For ball 1, Will Musser drew a huge blank on that. That ball is placed perfectly in between Torrey and Piotnik. That'll tally the 9th one for Brilliance. So single. I believe this is Musser's 2nd single on the day. One up the middle. One down the third base side. We have Ray Serrano, who crushes the ball to right field into the parking lot, but foul. So a long strike is all that will result in.
Is that first pitch?
Yes. So 0-1 count to Ray Serrano. The pitch. A curveball swung over for strike 2. Sometimes a far foul ball like that is hard to come back from. As he will crush this ball past the infield in the 4-3 spot. Made its way over to Brett Smith and right, who hurls it in and holds runners to just 1 base advance. So now we have Buser, the lefty. Both lefties hit back-to-back in the lineup as he rips the ball foul for strike 1. Once again, 2 outs, a score of 1-9, 9 runs on 8 hits, 1 run on 2 hits. All in favor of the Brilliance Sox. This ball is fouled straight back. A good curveball by Whitmore. Torre quickly ahead 0-2. pitch. Swung on. It's going to fight the wind all the way as Brett Smith camps under it for the third out of the inning. You can easily tell that ball is just dying up there. As the wind is still blowing from our right to left. So we head into the top of the seventh, the last chance for Wolfpac. We need to put up a whopping 8 runs just to force an 8th inning. Wojtek going for the complete game. As he has done very well getting ahead of hitters, throwing his off-speed for strikes in just about any count, which is something that always can scramble a hitter's approach, as you're never really sure if you're going to get a fastball, even in what you would deem a fastball count with a pitcher like Wojtek. Slider played really well so far. Fastball, he's thrown early in counts and got for strikes and counts. Good showing so far for the right-hander Wojtek. Overall, just a good thing for Brilliance, who struggled a little bit with pitching. Definitely not today. Leading off the inning for Wolfpac, the catcher, Anthony Alvarez. First pitch to Alvarez, a fastball. Down a decent part of the plate. For strike one. This time, fastball lowered away for ball one. Count tied at 1-1. Leading off, Anthony Alvarez, Wolfpac catcher. Fastball, same exact spot for ball two. So 2-1 count. Once again, a lower away fastball. This time, just a hair lower. The 3-1. The 3-1 to Alvarez. We've seen a 3-1 slider. See what happens here. This time a fastball. Alvarez maybe hunting more inner half and decided to lay off. The count is now full. This one foul. A fastball. In the same spot. Would have been called for a strike if he did not foul it off. So full. No outs, no one on. As this ball is hit into right field, but as we've seen before, it'll die up there. As it does. Tailing from our right to left. So first batter up, flying out to right for the first out of the inning. Now up, Brett Smith. First pitch to Smith, fastball outside for ball one. That is called strike on the outside part of the plate. So moving the count tied to 1-1. The 1-1 chop to Demko as he hums the ball over to Will Musser for out number 2. Tommy Blood steps in. As we now have 2 outs, no one on. And left-handed hitter hitting in the 9th spot. Tommy Blood playing left today. A good fastball with arm side run there. On the inner half of the plate for strike 1. The pitch. Fastball gets by Torre. Hard to tell here if he squeezed it, it would have been called for a strike, but I believe it was too low. Count now 1-1. One. The pitch. Curveball. Excuse me, maybe it's slider. Just based off of the way it moved. Count out 1-2. Great pitch. This is a fastball. Off the plate outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 9-1 in favor of Brilliance. Here in the top of the 7th. This ball is smashed into the right center gap. Blood easily will get 2. Is he going to go for 3? He is going for 3. Here he goes. As he will be up easy with a 2-out triple. And that'll bring up the top of the order hitter for Wolfpac, Mcdowell.
Third hit. Third hit.
First pitch fastball started maybe on the black of the plate, but all that arm side run carried it into the right-handed batter's box. Excuse me. The pitch, same thing. Just getting away from Wojtek a little bit. Maybe some fatigue setting in. But has been working really well so far. And just 1 out away from that complete game.
2-0, 2-1.
2-0. Now we have a slider to get him back in the count.
Okay.
For 2-1. Pitch. This ball is struck decently well, but is going to die up there. And the play will be made by the center fielder for Brilliance. And that will conclude today's contest between the Brilliance and the Wolfpac. Score of 9-1. 9 runs on 8 hits. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors today. I believe Game 3 of the day will be started in the next 25 to 30 minutes. So for now, we're going to cut the feed. And you should be looking at a .250, maybe even .245 start time.